Hello, 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 and welcome to the Good Vibes Lifestyle live stream happening every Thursday at 3 o'clock, unless I have to make adjustments. So, thank you so much for joining me today. I've got lots to share, so I'm going to go right through this information because there's a lot. This is all about the Good Vibes Lifestyle, and I am streaming live to several Facebook pages, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So, wherever you're watching from, put a comment. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me what platform you're actually, whatever platform you're watching from, it'll show. And I can put your comments on the screen. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. The big news this week for me personally and about 300 other authors is that the book, The Art of Connection 365 Days of Abundance Quotes, finally released this past Tuesday on Kindle. And now the paperback is also available. So, this is the URL that you can use to get the book, whether you want to get the Kindle version for $3.99 or the paperback. I believe the paperback's on special just today. It'll go up in price after today. So you want to check that out and go to tinyurl.com/capital GVTV Abundance BK for book and capital GVTV, and then Abundance book is um, uh, not capitalized. All right, so that's what's happening with that. So I want to congratulate my fellow authors, and actually, I will be interviewing some of these authors over the next few months, so you'll be able to check that out. All right, next on my agenda here is about some spiritual activism. I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Being an American, I feel that we have a responsibility to be active in our democracy, which means being aware of what's happening out there in our political realm and, participating. So, what happened this past Monday on President's Day, there were protests all around the country protesting the really coup and takeover that's happening. I don't, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I feel like I can't believe my eyes. I feel like that this is like a movie and that it's just unbelievable that Elon Musk has access to the Treasury, now to Social Security, has been firing people that are, essential for our safety. And, this is just not right. And people are uprising. Age of Aquarius, the Aquarian energy is about revolution. So I think we're in this place, and also with the astrology of the United States, we're revisiting what democracy is all about, and we're at that crucial point. Is it going to be we the people, or him the king? And 250 years ago, we divested ourselves from the kingship of England, and now we're facing someone who wants to be a king in our country. And this is unacceptable completely. So, with my little platform that I have, I want to share, my thoughts and empower people to take action that you feel led to. Just because I'm sharing this stuff doesn't mean I'm telling you what to do. I'm just sharing the information and hopefully empowering you to know what options you have and what you can do. So, there's this group, and here's the website 5051, which started on, I believe it was February 5th. They had the first protest in the streets at all the 50 state capitals. There were 50 protests on that one day, and then they sponsored the next one. And remember, this is a grassroots effort. There's no one on top. This is all the people that are incensed by what's happening. And, we have freedom of speech. This is in the Constitution, and this is how we fight against tyranny. So 5050.1 is the website you can go to find out about them. And they actually had a call on Tuesday night, a massive training call. And here is the URL. And I will put this all in the description on the YouTube channel for Good Vibes TV. So it's tinyurl.com/capital GVTV 50501 call. and that you'll listen. It's over an hour long. You can speed. I like to listen to things at 1.5, 1.75, 2 times the speed, so I can get through the information and not spend as much time, doing this research. So they had this call that brought in the different leaders from different groups, and some of these groups, one of them is buildtheresistance.org. That's another organization that's actually trying to put some training in, and I can share the screen with their website in just a minute. There's also indivisible.org, which is another uh, kind of, I would say, activism type website that you can get involved with to get the information. Um, they're all working together. So this is all in real time organizing. So people, we can organize, we can protest, we can take action all at different levels. Not everybody is able to go to a protest, but if you're not, you can share the information with others who can. The next big protest that's happening will be on in physical protest is on March 4th, which will be in the District of Columbia, because I believe that Trump is speaking maybe during his address that night in Congress. And so the groups are encouraging people to attend. If you can attend DC for that protest, great. I'm not able to because I'm like in Florida, so I will not be able to do that. But if you can or know of people that are into this, this is the opportunity to do this. Also, let's see here. Other actions to take are on February 28th. We can vote with our wallets. And there's an economic blackout day on February 28th where people are asking, or the activism movement is to not spend any money. Don't use your credit cards. Don't buy from Amazon. Don't buy anything to show the oligarchs, the corporations, the powers that be, that we are not happy with what's happening. And this is one way to protest is by not spending money. Another way to protest is or to make your voice known is actually to email your Congress people. And you can do this every day, more than once a day if you want. Just go to congress.gov, put in your zip code, or if you know the name of your Congress people, it will just bring up the information. Here's a contact link, and you can email them directly. They have a form to fill out, and I have been doing this almost every day. Every time I hear something upsetting in the news about what's happening that to me feels wrong and looks wrong and just is wrong, I make my voice known. The other way to do it, if you don't want to email, or you may want to do them both, is call Congress. And here's the number 202 224 3121. Blow the switchboard up. Let them know when you call the number they ask for who your representative is, and you can. I think you can. I think you can just say what district you're in or whatever, what place or what location, and find their information. That just it's a switchboard, so it puts them to their voicemail. I haven't when I've called, it's always gone to voicemail, so I just leave a message. And the other thing you can do, which I did a few months ago, I guess, is delete. If you have an account on X, formerly Twitter, cancel it, delete it. You know, and use Bluesky. The alternative is Bluesky, and I am on there. And so, if you want to be follow me or connect with me there, it's at goodvibestv.bsky.social. So if you don't have a Bluesky account, go ahead and get one. And this is another way that you can get information. You can actually do hashtag build the resistance, and it'll pull up all the different activities and protests and things that people are doing to share their um, angst or their disapproval of what's happening. We we don't have to take it and we don't have to just lie down on our backs and just take it. This is the time to stand up for what's right and stand up for our country. And so, I know to me, good vibes are about empowering yourself and not feeling like a victim. Victimhood is in the lower vibrations, empowerment is in the higher vibrations. And, being enlightened, being aware of what's happening, and taking action if you feel led to do these things. Some people may just want to pray about it, some people may want to just peacefully protest by joining certain group meditations or intentions. And as I find out about those, I will share them. And so if you know of these, please share them with me. You can just go to Leslie at good-vibes.tv and send me an email, or just go to good-vibes.tv. All my contact information is there as well. So, this is important to me, and I feel, I've always used my platform, whether it was a store or whatever it was, to be involved in my community and use it to educate people and to empower them to take action and do all the things that they feel led to do. All right, so that's what I've got for that. And let's next now talk about the astrology and what's happening in astrology. So I don't have a whole lot to share, except that we're in a waning moon cycle. We had the full moon on February 12th last week, so now it's getting smaller and we're getting close to the new moon that will be on February 27th, just 2 days before that um, uh, economic blackout that I was talking about. So if you want to participate in that, just buy everything you need before that date or wait till the day after, and just don't spend any money. Now, if you have to get essentials, you got to get essentials. And if you need to spend money, spend it in small businesses, local businesses, not the big corporations, not Amazon and things like that. All right, so the new moon is in the sign of Pisces on the 27th, and this is when we will want to set our intentions for the next lunar cycle. But right now, everything that we've created and came to bloom, came to blossom during the full moon. We are integrating all those things. We are digesting all of that's happened. So in about a month, we've got the spring equinox. So the we have a monthly cycle with the cycles of the moon, from the new moon to the full moon and then back to the new moon. But we also have an annual cycle, with a solar cycle, where the sun also kind of has a new sun period and a full sun, and then it goes back to the new sun. And so that new sun period is the winter solstice, which happens around December 20th to 21st. And then there's the kind of full blown energy of the sun that happens during the summer solstice, which is in June around the 20th, 21st. And then before that, though, halfway before that, is the spring equinox. And so the spring equinox marks the moment when the sun actually crosses the celestial equator from the south to the north, and this signals the beginning of spring in the northern hemisphere and of winter or fall in the southern hemisphere. And so on this actual day, the amount of daylight and night that we have are about the same length. And so this is also a time that I didn't know this before, but it's actually the time during the equinoxes. This is in the fall and also in the spring, where the sun rises due east and the sun sets due west. So people are kind of creating um, like a medicine wheel, or like Stonehenge. They've lined it up so when the sun is rising and setting, when it's due east and due west. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Okay, so in speaking of spring, one of the great things that spring is time for is growing a garden, and now more than ever, gardening is important and matters to our health and well-being, um, especially if we happen to have these tariffs on imported goods. Many people are looking for ways to cut their food costs while staying healthy. And experts say that 60% of fresh fruit and 40% of fresh vegetables are imported from Mexico. So if we have tariffs happening, that means those prices will go up. And the way to counter this is to grow your own garden, grow your own food. And so this Joyful Garden 8-part documentary series just started. It's free for the 8 days. If you want to purchase their program, they have some special prices, so you can do that. And the tinyurl.com/capital GVTV Joyful Garden is the link that you can use to sign up. Now, you've missed the first 2 days, but you can start on day three and at least get five more. The first day was about the different microclimates in your garden. Yesterday's was about building the soil, and I'm not sure what today's is yet because I haven't watched it. But each day there's a ton of information. So it's free. So watch it during this free trial period. If it's more information you want to keep, go ahead and purchase it. It's a pretty inexpensive um, investment in learning how to garden. Especially if you've never gardened before, or if you have the knowledge, there's always more to learn. All right. And next, I want to share with you our friend Becca Williams, who is an emotional liberation facilitator. She uses cannabis and psilocybin, which is the mushrooms, for emotional liberation. And she is actually doing a free um, talk tonight called "Harnessing the Power of Cannabis for Emotional Freedom," and this will be tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And the way to get to that, let's see, where is my? There we go. Here's the link to sign up for that, and you can sign up. She's going to promote her 7-week series on this, but you can watch the first an hour introduction to it, and I can share with you. Let's see here a little bit about. Do I have it? There it is. Here's her. Let me take this off the screen and make this a little bit bigger. Here's the information. Now, she's doing it on the Shift Network, which is a wonderful network where you can learn all kinds of different, they're like the biggest network of education regarding kind of metaphysical type things. So check it out, and you can learn about using cannabis in micro doses and how that works. So definitely check her out there. And what you can also do if you want to watch her interview, actually, let's see. Yes, here it is. So I did interview her, and to watch the episode we did, it's close to an hour long. Go to tinyurl.com/capital GVTV Conscious Cannabis and watch it there. So she also does some retreats. So here's the link for the retreat, and I will put these all under the description in on the YouTube channel on the YouTube episode of this broadcast. Okay, next we've got the Longevity with Light event that we had, and you can actually watch the replay that we did in February. It was really wonderful. tinyurl.com/Dr. Kneller, DrKneller. Dr. Kneller, he's a cardiologist, and it was a great episode on how he uses the different patches for his own personal health, but also the health of his patients. And he actually done studies to see how certain ones of these patches have helped the heart. So really excellent to see that. And in March 13th, we'll have another episode of Longevity with Light. And in future episodes, I will share that information with you on how to access that. Okay, so let's now talk about another option. Let's see here. Another training that is coming up is a tapping summit. Now, I don't know if you know Nick. Let me see if I can get this on the screen here. Okay, here we go. Let me make it bigger for you. There it is. So, Nick Ortner, they have done this summit for, I think this is the, what date is that? This is the page you'll go to. Use the link on the bottom there. 17th Annual Tapping World Summit. So it's a 10-day online event where you can learn how to use tapping, which is tapping on the face. I did a episode with Catherine Samultanos about using tapping, and it's called Emotional Freedom Technique. But this website you'll be able to go to, and they're going to have 24 different experts over those 10 days to talk about tapping and how to improve not just your health, but your finances, your emotions, and much more. So that is happening. And again, the link on the bottom, tinyurl.com/capital GVTV Tapping Summit, will get you to this page so that you can sign up for that. And that happens in 4 days. That starts, I think, on Monday. Okay, so let's move on to the Oracle of the Month. This month I've been working with Louise Hay's affirmation cards. And these cards, there's only 12 of them in the pack, but they're really nice. They have on each side, they have a different affirmation. So let's ask Spirit, what Oracle message that we have today. These are short and sweet, but affirmations are great ways to program the mind. Okay, so the card that I'm getting is, let's pull it up on the screen here. It's a stage, make it a little bit bigger. There we go. I meditate on a regular basis and reap benefits from this practice. I meditate on a regular basis and reap benefits from this practice. So that is the affirmation for today. And yes, when chaos is happening out there, one of the best things to do is to stop and be still and go within and find the answers within, because this is where we tap into our higher power, to spirit, to God, to the higher power, and we're all sparks of God, and this is how we connect and can live the highest on the highest timeline by being guided by our intuition. So let me take that off the screen. And if you like this deck and want to check it out, of course, here I am promoting Amazon. Just don't buy it on the 28th of February. Just go to good-vibes.tv and you'll see a button there where you can purchase it. Just click on the button and it'll take you right to the screen where you can purchase. Okay, so let's go back to, let's see how okay, there we go. And last I've got for you, let me see here. Lastly, we've got the tip of the week. And the tip of the week to raise your vibration. So last week's tip of the week was to send love. When you have an issue with anyone personally or a situation or our government or whatever it is, just send love. Just drop it to your heart and visualize that love energy coming out and shooting out to whatever the situation is, and send that love. And that love is a higher vibration and it will change the situation in miraculous ways. So just try it and see how it works out. It changes you because it's raising your vibration because you're focusing on love. The tip of the week for this week is to learn the emotional freedom technique. And again, the way to do that is go to the tapping event I just shared with you. And you'll learn many different the techniques. They have meditations. They have free pre-event videos that you can watch too, where you can learn about tapping and that kind of thing. So that is the tip of the week for this week. All right, my friends. So the last thing I have for you is just to remind you to meditate on Sundays, to do a group meditation. This is Sundays at 2 o'clock Eastern time for just 15 minutes. And if you want to expand beyond that, at 2 o'clock every day, Pam Gregory and her tribe of people, and whoever else wants to join, are just setting aside that time to do a group meditation where we send love to the planet, love to wherever it is that you feel to send energy to, whether it's a certain country that's having war issues or famine, or people affected by not getting the aid that they used to get from us. Whatever it is that is upsetting you, go into meditation. And I think that's like one of the best ways to practice spiritual activism is to actually do the inner work. Because, when we resist the tyranny by being in our space of joy. So, and one way to do that is to go into meditation. All right, my friends. So let me take that off the screen, our little affirmation card. So that's all I have for you today. I want to thank you for watching, and please comment after the fact. Ask me questions, make recommendations of people that you would like me to interview, or topics of information that you would like me to share. It's this is an interactive process, and I'm here to be of service to you. So I just want to say thank you for watching. Raise your vibe and thrive, and I want to wish peace to all people, love to all people, and may we all thrive. So take care, everyone, and I will